Hello everybody, hope you're all doing good. If you could possibly like and subscribe to Black Copies Films, that would be fantastic. Yeah, so today I thought I'd ramble on. I was watching American Werewolf in London again last night, one of my favourite horror films. Actually, I was watching some of the outtakes, watching John Landis applying some of the makeup himself and directing the actors, and there was one famous scene, of course, in the Old English pub where they walk in and everything falls silent. That's one of my favourite scenes. That and the one where the character, he's on the London, I think it's Tottenham Court Station on the London Underground and he's being tracked by the werewolf. I think that's actually my favourite scene. But anyway, I digress, sorry. So come back to my original point. I was watching the outtakes, and I live in the centre of England now. I live out in the countryside. I moved from London a few years back, and we've got so many old English pubs and loads of woodland. There you go, look, I'll show you again. I have a habit of doing this, but I'm surrounded by a really nice English countryside. So in terms of locations, shooting a werewolf film, exploring the old lycanthrope mythology, it would be ideal where I live. So some of the main problems we have at the moment, obviously, are getting the actors up from London, because most of the actors that I've hired before, they are based in London. So in terms of like travel costs and accommodation, it can be a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, apart from that, in terms of the locations, it is ideal up here. And I also wanted to explore the Dogman mythology as well, and maybe combine both the legends and do something a little bit different. That could be quite interesting. But I also want to take this opportunity as well to thank our new subscribers. It is a relatively new channel. I'm growing it steadily day by day. And my eventual aim is obviously to crowdfund entire features, and that's been done before by lots of other people. And it takes time, I've got to take the time to meet people and get to know them. I will say again, the horror community has been absolutely fantastic. So much support that I've received since I started this little adventure. I think it was back in November when we started our first crowdfund for She Summoned Him. And for those of you on the channel, if you scroll back, you'll see that short film, and then you can see what we're about. I write all the scripts myself. I cast all the actors. I get the crew together. I direct the films, and I also I do all the crowdfunding myself, and I'm also now looking at distribution companies for short films. So I pretty much do everything, and I prefer it that way, to be honest. I prefer taking full responsibility for everything. One of the reasons for that is because it means that I can have complete creative control over the projects, and that's important for me because I feel that that's how I work best. Other people might disagree with that. I know it's always a good idea to show the screenplay to other people, and I do that as well, and I get a lot of feedback from a lot of creatives from the industry. Take on board what they say, make some changes, but really, from my point of view, for these short horror films, it's a really good experience for me to write the scripts and produce them myself without having to change anything to pander to corporates or whatever. And I think as an artist, that's what I really enjoy about the whole process. And growing this channel on the social media accounts as well, it's really important, because eventually one day I do want to be able to fund entire horror films, features, and that's my plan. Certainly end of this year I want to do a feature-length werewolf horror film. I've got most of the script done already, and like I said, just having a ramble here. We've got the perfect locations, really. I mean, this is right on my doorstep. You see the old bluebells there appearing now, beginning of May. plenty of open space that we can film. Have to get permission obviously from the council beforehand, but that's not a problem. We shall do that. And like I say, we've got plenty of old English pubs, and I know most of the landlords now. Only for research purposes, of course, obviously. I know all the landlords and all the best pubs in this area. I always find having a pint and writing a screenplay goes very well. It's great to get the old creative juices flowing, I find. That's my excuse anyway, I'm sticking to it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to... I think what I'm going to do actually is do one more short horror film after this one. I'm still going to do the anthology with the old wraparound story. Because I know I've mentioned before that I love, you know, the older horror anthologies, you know, The House that Dripped Blood, Asylum, most of them from the 1970s. Great films. But I'm really eager now to get on with the feature. I really want to get stuck in and yeah, do an old werewolf flick. That'd be brilliant. And I think if we start that September sort of time, you know, beginning of winter, what a great time of year to do a horror film as well, to kick it off. I think, to be fair, it will take a long time. It will take, I think, about a year to finish. So when I do the crowdfund, I'm going to have to be like totally upfront and say, look, you know, we're going to do this project. Bear with us for a year. It's going to take a long time to do a feature. I mean, even just for the short films that we do, it takes a good few months. You know, sourcing the locations, getting the actors, writing the scripts. Even like, you know, just doing the posters, getting them, finding the graphic designer. It all takes time if you want to do something properly. And it does require a lot of patience. But yeah, I feel like it's all going really well. And like I said, just mind the branch there. Nearly got my head took off. Great shot for a horror film. Yeah, so just going to crack on with the old feature really. And that's all I wanted to say really today. There we go. This would be perfect, wouldn't it, for a horror film? A rather creepy little trail there leading off who knows where. We'll have a little wander down here. But yeah, if you want to like and subscribe to this growing channel, Black Copies Films, that would be fantastic. Most appreciated. And I shall see you all on social media later. Thank you for listening to my ramblings again. Bye!